it's Claire from Scrappynerduk UK. Welcome to, I think might be my first video for the start of the December daily season. I am so excited. So I have been making notes, drawing sketches, doing all sorts behind the scenes. I'm so excited for December daily this year, and I thought, you know what, in terms of content for you guys, what have I brought for you to show you what I've done in the past. I think a lot of my videos for this album have been shared, or not a lot of videos, but there had been videos shared on my Patreon. I no longer do Patreon. When I became ill, I shut my Patreon down, and so the videos are I think after 30 days the videos are completely lost on that platform. So I think I can't even get that back to be able to upload it to YouTube and show you. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to, because this brings me such joy to go through these albums anyway, I'm just going to refilm it and show you. This is my 2023 completed album, and I completed this last year or early this year, something like that. I still have 2022 incomplete, and there is I need to go back and do it. I need to go back and have a look at that, but it's one of those ones that it kind of just got away from me, and then I got excited to start the 23, and then obviously excited to do the 24, and now I'm getting excited to do 25. So anyway, 2022 is another story. It's in my PhD box, my project half done box, but I thought I'm going to show you my 2023 album. I think this baby's complete, but she's a chunk. Look at her. She's such a chunk. This was done in the Paige Evans album from, I can't even remember what the name of the collection was, but she had an album when it was with American Crafts. She had this album, and the spine on it was amazing. I think it's 3.5-inch spine, which was perfect. However, we have nothing of the sort this year. I'm hoping that in future that Pink Fresh may be able to bring out some albums and stuff like that, because this album was just perfect. So let me reposition my sequins and we will get into the album. So first of all, yes, you can see it is bulging. I want to show you on the left hand side, I made this little envelope, and for this one I used the Paige Evans collection. As I said, the name escapes me right now. Please leave it in the comments down below, because someone will want to know, and I cannot remember for the life of me at this very minute the name of the collection. But it was the Paige Evans Christmas collection, her only Christmas collection that she did. And I made this little envelope, and just using my envelope punch board. The idea is, the only thing that is missing from this album is my letter. So the reason I wanted to, I haven't done this in any other album. The reason I wanted to add a letter in this year is because 2023 was when I was diagnosed with cancer, and it was such a struggle to get through that year with the news, to know that the treatment was coming up in 2024. And so I wanted to write a letter to December. I will still go back and retrospectively do it, and I will add that in. But yeah, my letter to December is missing right this minute. I'm going to add it onto my list of things that I need to get done, and I will add that in. But for now, on to happier times. Let's have a little look at what I created. For the fact that I've been diagnosed in October with cancer, I still managed to create a lot of fun, happy memories in December. As you can tell from how thick this album is. So first of all, we have this really cute shaker page. So this is 2 bits of acetate that are stitched together. This is vinyl, and these are just some felt numbers from Hobbycraft. If you are in the UK, I think they still do these little felt numbers. And yeah, look how cute it is. The shakers in there, I think, are from Rosie Studio with just some extra green sequins I think I put in there as well. But look how fun it is. I have to hold it down when I try and put it back in though, because this thing is going to explode if I am not careful, and I'm going to lose all of the pages. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's get to turning. So what I did is, just because this is on acetate, I needed something behind it to help it all stand out. So on my first page, I just, I didn't do anything. I left it as it is, just so you can actually see that it says Merry Christmas 2023. So on to my page for day number 1. It feels like I've done this all before, and I have, because I filmed this for Patreon, so I feel like I'm kind of repeating what I've done, but I filmed it well over a year ago, or 18 months ago probably, so it's been a while since I've shared this. So yeah, just my brain is braining, trying to at least. So in this one here, I had this idea of creating like a staggered pocket, and I thought I'd do it with vellum. Now, we went to Miller & Carter, which is a steakhouse here in the UK, and it's our wedding anniversary on the 1st of December. So I went we went and we booked, and we cheersed with our, we had this really nice, I mean, you go to a steak restaurant and you order a burger. I know people say you shouldn't do that, but burgers are absolutely delicious, and I'm not a huge steak person, so if I can go and get a really decent burger from a steakhouse, then I'm happy to. And on the top of the burger, because it was from their Christmas menu, they had a little pig in blanket, so sausage wrapped in bacon, and we just cheersed our little, because we didn't have any alcoholic drinks, we just cheersed our little pig in blanket. What I did do was I printed off the festive menu from the website, because that will then give me a recollection of what was available on the festive menu. And then what I also did was, here's a photograph of their beautiful tree in the restaurant, and then I overlaid it with some vellum, just using some washi tape, and then I mink foiled it in red. Now, my mink is something that never gets enough love ever, so you'll see a bit of mink foiling at the beginning, and then you'll see it completely drop off towards the middle to end. So I need to be better at using it, because I absolutely love the effect of the foiling. So one of the things on here as well, as I said, I wanted a staggered pocket. I was going to use vellum, but actually at the restaurant they had this Miller & Carter branded, I suppose it's vellum or greaseproof paper or whatever. It is greaseproof paper actually. And then what I did is, I think people in restaurants have a lot of random questions sometimes. One of the questions of, can I have some extra of your greaseproof paper to take home, isn't one that they probably hear that often, but certainly from scrapbookers, if you're anything like me, I want to include things like this. So I asked for some extra, and then I did them back to back, just to give this this a little more stability. And I actually stitched this all on just using some red stitch through my sewing machine. And then in this lower pocket here, I've got some photographs of the food. So here I was just a little brad. Oh, I think this was a charm actually, the little wreath, and then there's a little gold brad just holding it all on. And here's a photograph of the beautiful food. We had the pate, and then hubby had the prawn cocktail. I don't eat seafood or fish or anything, so that was lost on me. So I had the pate, and then just this one here, I've got the little Santa dangling, I've got a little star, and then I've got a little star charm as well, saying magical vibes. And it's just a photograph of the menu and the decor, and then just again a photograph of the food that we had. And then the whole point is this kind of sits in like this, and then we have the dangles outside the pocket. This was just a filler, just to add behind it. And then on this tag here, I just added my journaling and popped a little bit of twine. And then I've just got a large photo over here with a felt heart from Ali Edwards. I did cut a load of numbers in red foil this year for my for my numbers. I think I used a lot of them throughout and then just embellished. Moving on, we need to get a move on because otherwise we're not going to get through any of this. So day number 2, I went to it's a Victorian Street experience you can go to, and they had a Christmas fair on. So I went to that on day number 2. What I did on this side is actually created a flip out. So this is I think this is a 9x12 page protector. Move this down a little. This is a 9x12, and then I just trimmed the top ones off, and then I just had to re-punch the holes to make sure they're in the right place. And to do that, I just covered that spine with some washi, both sides, and then just punched through where the holes needed to be. I had this tag with the little trees on from the collection, and I just fussy cut out some more of the little trees from one of the pattern papers and added those on with some foam just to give a little bit of dimension. We have a little flip up here too, and this is a little shaker pocket that has some candy cane circles, and I think, was it called candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses? Was that the name of the collection? Maybe candy cane wishes, I can't remember. Anyway, so a little flip up here, and here's me and my friend Georgia. Hi Georgia. And we didn't go together, but we both ended up being there at the same time, so we took a little selfie. Then just some photos of bits in there. So there was some lovely jewellery. Do you know what? I bought some earrings from there, and for the life of me, I cannot find what I've done with them. Anyway, and just some of the decor and another little shaker pocket. Here we've got that the red foil going on to some vellum. And yeah, just a little flip out there. And that just enables me to add in some extra photos with the flip out. And then going over to day number 3, we had over here, again, we've got that red foiling going on. I love 3 for 3 days on the red foiling. It will stop, I promise you. Another large photo. This is one of the things that I really, really love in my album. I've just realised that I think that sequin pocket is leaking. I sounded like the Grinch then, didn't I? I am leaking. Yeah. Okay, so the washi's come undone, so I need to fix that because I can see that some of the sequins have come out onto the next page. So let's just be gentle. Yes, so this one here, I've got down the bottom here. So because I've put the writing on vellum the other side, all I've done here is just put a sticker, and I've not done anything on here because I don't want it to detract, but it looks fine. And then I've also then done the writing this side using the red foil, and then again, like I said, the large photo, which is one of my favorite things to do. This is about the local Christmas market, and sarcastically used an Ali Edwards word art that said "never enough twinkle lights." This is what our Christmas market has become. Literally a couple of stalls. It used to be full all down here and then down the bottom of the high street, and literally when we turned up we were like, where is it? And this was it. So yeah, it's just really disappointing that this is what our local Christmas market has become, and they don't run it anymore because of this. You know, there's just no interest, not enough interest in you know, people coming with stalls and stuff, and it's sad. Anyway, moving on. Day number 4 was my new Jack. I have a thing with clear mugs. I love clear mugs, but this is my Jack Seasons Screamings mug. And then now, is this going to play ball? What I've done is I've got a slit in the photo, and I'm just going to pull out my journaling. Yay, it worked. So this was a foam sticker. It might need a little bit more on it. And what I've done is I used the powder tool from EK Success. This one is just baby powder. And if you put that on the back, it actually removes the stick from the sticker. So that is what I've done. And then I've just put that on the top as my kind of pulley for my journaling. And my journaling then just sits in here, and the story here is all about mine and my husband's new love for coffee. We never used to be coffee drinkers, hated coffee, but we have become coffee drinkers. Also, it's cozy day here as well, so I've got my little cozy blanket with my my little doggo cozy blanket. Just love that. Then moving on, we've got day number 5 on the back, and this was all about just a very, very simple page about my Christmas tree. I did the bokeh effect with the lights. I didn't get the best of photos. You can imagine that there was, you know, more things going on in my head that I didn't want to spend an hour taking photos of the Christmas tree. I just wanted to get it done and documented. I enjoyed the process of documenting it, but in that moment of taking photos, it wasn't on my priority list, but I did it, and that's the main thing. So the way that I documented it for day number 5 was I actually created this wreath. Now, I did want this on top of my photo of my tree, but it didn't work out that way, and I'm okay with that. However, this was such a happy accident. So I made this wreath using acetate. I also made these little acetate tabs as well, and then I cut out a load of different words using white vinyl. So I vinyled the tabs, and then I just stitched these tabs on. Never seen anything like it, and I thought, how cool. But when I flip it over, it literally lines up perfectly with that Shine Bright, and it was not intentional, and it just happened. And I thought, well, it's just meant to be. So that is day number 5 with a photo of my tree, no journaling. Day number 6 is a photo of the lights outside the house. So we tend to only put lights on the bottom, you know, on the first floor, ground floor. Ground floor if we're in the UK, first floor US, and anywhere else that uses that term. But I had this cut file that says jolly, happy, peace, merry, joyful, twinkle. I have no idea where it's from. I'm sorry about that. What I did is I managed to get the 6 kind of nestled in there, and I stitched it on with my sewing machine. This little acetate star from my stash and all the pretty lights. And again, I just used stitching to add those on and embellish that. The only embellishing that went on here, I added these 2 stars here as well. This one vellum, this one acetate, and then this Twinkle Lights Forever, which was from Ali Edwards. And then I had these gold foil rub-ons. I think they're Tim Holtz, maybe. And then I put that on there as well. And yeah, just documenting the lights and the wreath and stuff outside the house. Moving on to day number 7. Day number 7, I just stitched this. Oh, this is a double pocket to the side. That's it. So again, this was another idea that I had written down. So there's a double big tag in this. So first of all, at the back, I've got this vellum. So what I actually did with this was I had this December word art from Ali Edwards, and I layered it, I think in Canva, I layered it several times, and then I printed that on vellum and actually created just my own printed vellum, which I thought was pretty cool. And then to create another pocket, I had a bit of the Paige Evans acetate left, and then my little number is down here. So to add my story and my journaling, my photo is there, and then that is another Ali Edwards digital word on the front. This is real life. And then my journaling is on this vellum, and it's attached up here, and I've just used the chipboard piece to cover it up, and then a staple on the bottom. And then I've added these little Avery tabs just so it's easy to pull it out. And there was a lot of things with, you know, appointments and stuff like that. So that was still going on despite the fact that it was the Christmas season. So that's telling that story. Then this one here is a fun, this is a fun shaker pocket. In kind of like a snow globe. This is day number 8, and this is also then telling my story about my new tradition of collecting snow globes. And so I just printed my journaling on, I think this is clear sticker paper, I think, and then I just made a tag that was the same kind of shape as the, actually I think what I did was I had the inner, I think, from that, and then I just trimmed it down, and then this is stuck down around the edge, so I can just then pop the journaling back in like that, and it gets hidden just up there like that. Love that. Then on to day number 9. This is one of my favourites. So this die is from Made to Surprise, and this is, I loved it. I got sent this to do some PR work, but I've used it in this album and I used it in last year's album as well. And it's just this little flip thing. Look, how cute is this? So I can put little photos on. I've added journaling, and this is just a story about Dreamlight Valley, which is the Disney game that we play on the Xbox. And then, yeah, just added some little decorations and just took some photos from the computer, from the screen, to show how we had decorated our valley for Christmas. And then over on this side, we've just got the Dreamlight Valley logo. And then if I flip that up, I've got a photo here of my character and also Jack Skellington, which was a new character that we'd unlocked in the background. And this journal card here is just one from, quote card is one from Ali Edwards. Moving on, we've got day number 10, and then we have, again, I did the same thing with the Ali's text. I actually added a circle mask and then added my journaling in, typed it all up, added my journaling in, and then printed that off, trimmed it all down. I added the word wrapping using the little alpha stickers, but they were never going to stick in a million years over time. So I just stitched through that, added number 10 and the 3 little presents from the foam sticker sheet. Photograph of some of the gifts that I was then wrapping, and also showing all of the rolls of wrapping paper that I had this year. And I did say that I'm not buying any more wrapping paper this year, and I actually got through quite a few rolls as well, which I was really happy about. And then this page here is just a filler, and it's got little samples of our all our rolls of wrapping paper. Then onto this one here. This is about my advent. So most years I do like a scrappy advent with my friends and with my mum, and what I then try and do is, if I remember, is I try and take photos of the bits that I've got in the advent for that day, and then I do like a double page spread of you know, what I got. So this is the advent from 2023. Remember who I did it with, but it will tell me in my little journaling bit. And I love this. This is a die that I've got, and I tend to cut one out every year to use in my December daily as well. And so I just added this in. This is, oh, it was a Bramble Fox. I also did the Bramble Fox advent as well this year, so that's why I added that card in too, just to remember that I did that. So I printed my journaling on vellum, cut it out into a tag shape and added that on. Then I just have this little, this is just a little filler, again, a countdown to Christmas, bit of ephemera from the ephemera pack. And then also in here, I kept this little bag that I think one of my little advents came in, and then, oh, this was it. And then I just added in a photograph of our advent, which we add little chocolates in, and then also just some of the bits from the advent from Bramble Fox, I think. So add those in there, and I just pop that in the little pocket just for something a little different. So that goes in there. There we go. Then moving on to day number 12, I have this spread here. I'm using the little 2x2 pockets. I've got my this is about ornaments or new decorations. So I've got little photos of some new decorations that I've got, and then underneath each of those is the journaling about them. Over on this side, again, just some more about decorating and creating this garland that goes kind of in the alcove using like a tension rod. Found this idea on social media, absolutely loved it, and yeah, we've done it we did it last year as well, and we'll continue to do that, I think. This one here is about a visit from my friend Kat, and she came for afternoon. Oh, she did come for afternoon tea. I'm not sure I added any photos in of the afternoon tea. I didn't, but I did write on here some journaling about Kat coming over for a visit for a little afternoon tea and a fruit shoot because she doesn't drink hot drinks. And then on day 14, I documented the new Christmas films, movies, shows or whatever that was out or that I watched this year. So this here is a little telly from It was from Nelly and Clem. She doesn't do the digital prints or anything anymore, so I'm glad that I managed to get my hands on this one. I did, and I might do another one this year, but make this bigger, and I might maybe edit it in Canva and see if I can add colours and stuff in it. We'll see. But I just made this little tag that goes in the back about new movies, and then there were these little cards that go with it, so I added photos of Candy Cane Lane, Nutcracker and the Four Realms, and Best Christmas Ever, and then those just kind of stack, and they then just go back into the TV, and you can kind of see that first one through, because I put a bit of acetate there as well. Then this page goes with it as well. This is just a little 2x2. I think it was more of a filler because I didn't have anything necessarily to go on this side. But what I thought I would do is add in some Christmas quotes that are my favourites. So I added those in and then just filled the rest of the pockets with acetate and pattern paper and just a little wood veneer. And then on this side, this is day 15, talking about Christmas songs. And again, what I did is printed out some of my favourite Christmas lyrics. This little die here makes these super cute little vinyl records. Absolutely love this. And then this is another Ali Edwards word art. This is Blast This Christmas Music is Joyful and Triumphant. And if you know that is a quote from The Grinch, and I printed that in black on my laser printer so I could then foil it, and then that's gone in my album. So if you can see that, you might not be able to see it very well on the camera. And then day 15, still, this is all part of the same story. What I did was I had more like stories to tell. So this is my story about driving home for Christmas. It's always the last song that I put on when I'm driving home from the office, or the last day in the office that I've got. I let myself listen to that. But because I've been off work at this stage because of my illness, what I did was I jumped in the car and I drove around the block listening to that song, just so I could you know, celebrate what would have been my last working day. I don't know if have I got anything in there? I don't think I have, actually. And then in this one here, just got a photograph of me listening to my music on my headphones. And then in this one here, I've got oh, this is, yeah, we don't get many new Christmas songs anymore, do we, really? And that was a new one from Sam Ryder that year, and I loved it, so I thought I'd document that. This is just a filler on the back to cover up those squares, and again, a filler because I have a full page photo. So this this photo here, I did have a bath bomb in this bath, and it had, like, I don't know what it was, flowers or something in the bath bomb, and they just literally went everywhere. And this is just me in the bath watching some December Daily video. I think it might have been, yeah, it's Ali Edwards video, and I just used a Holly Jolly sticker. Over this side here, I have a little flip up. We had visitors here this day. I was actually in bed when they came because I was in so much pain that I actually then managed to get into the bath, managed to get the pain to subside so I could actually go and say hello to our visitors, because they come all the way a couple of hours drive to come and see us. So this is family. And then in this pocket down here, I actually have some extra photos as well. So the way that I know that they're there is because I put tabs on the top. So I know that they're, oops, I've just pulled the card out from the other side. So yeah, just some extra photos here. They weren't the best quality because we took them in the dining room with, it was just so over, bright is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, we just got some extra photos of them when they came, and then my journaling is on that front card. Day number 17, we went and visited, we had friends come and visit us on the 17th, so we were extremely busy. And then on the 17th also, I managed to go out with my dad for a little while to go and do my annual Christmas shopping for my mother, to help my dad pick some stuff. And there's a photograph of me walking around TK Maxx with no shoe on, as I had really bad cramp in my foot. So I literally had to hobble around looking at coats for my mum, and then, yeah, just being generally silly. And then because that's kind of 2 stories on the 17th, I've got this little pouch where I've put one of the stories and then obviously the photo here and the journaling, just to say that we had friends come over for to join us for dinner. Then I went out the next day and I managed to go and have a meal with some friends, and we have this every year, the same pub, the same food, absolutely delicious. But I'm just really pleased that I was able to go out and actually enjoy some time outside the house, because yeah, my pain levels at that stage were just all over the place. And then what I did here is I just created a little menu card, printed out what was on the menu, just found it online, printed it out, and then just made it into a little menu so I can actually see. And like I said, we normally have the same stuff anyway every time we go. We have the Christmas dinner, and then generally we'll have a couple of different desserts between us. And I think I had the bread and butter pudding. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Day 19, I've put bar humbug. So this starts to become really difficult because we had Bella and Treacle, our dogs, and both of them had their own health issues. This particular day we ended up having to take Treacle to the vets. She wasn't doing too well, and so this one here I put ho ho no. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with, it seems to have come off from somewhere. Yeah, it's just really difficult to look back on these because yeah, both of them became really poorly, and it's sad to look back at those photos. But day 20, then we have this here. So day 20, I bought this Coca-Cola truck. It's meant to be like an advent calendar, but you build it and it actually creates... Did I take a photograph of it? I don't think I had one of the final... No, maybe not. No. Okay, but this is what it makes. And yeah, we did that. And then... So that just squeezes back in. And then also I was working on my diamond painting. So I created this diamond painting. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. I want to get it framed so I can get it out and, you know, have it up every Christmas. And then I just added my journaling on to this third tag that goes in the middle. And that's my story for that day. Then also over here, I've got kind of my... okay, so over here, sorry, I've got like little photos of other crafts that I've done. So this was like creating little tags for... my Patreon. This was the Coca-Cola truck. How cool is that? So yeah, it's just made out of like, I don't know, grey board, I think. But yeah, a little Coca-Cola truck. And I had these little 2-inch squares, and I just, on a 4x6, and I just trimmed them all out, and then I just added a little slit, and I can then just pull up my photo. Oh, I was reading Carol Matthews' Christmas for Beginners. And this is all this layout is all about my my hobbies. This one here was diamond painting some Christmas cards. To be honest, I was doing anything to keep my mind off of the pain that I was in, so I was pleased to be able to do anything. And then another little diamond painting that I created that said hope, which meant a lot at the time when I was doing it. A couple of shaker pockets. Day number 21, we managed to go out and do a little bit of Christmas shopping. So don't look too close because I am very red in the face in this photo and I hate it. But we went into our local city in Oxford. We went and had, I got like a Christmas bath bomb. We went and got some gifts and stuff. Looks like we were in Primark. We went and got a Starbucks. Love me a Starbucks. Day number 22. This is just about charity at Christmas. So I always like to do something specifically at Christmas that donate to a charity, or just do something that is giving. Generally it's donating, or it's buying you know, wishing tree gifts, or it's getting something from someone's Amazon wish list, or it's any of those things. This year I chose to donate to Make-A-Wish, and I've got all of my journaling. They send you this little certificate on email, which is really cute, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to print that and I'm going to pop it in. And I found this little, there was this little medal that I bought on, I think it was Temu, and it wasn't for this specifically, but I just bought it and it was in my stash, and I was like, oh, do you know what, I'm going to put that in as a nice list thing. And I added my journaling just to say, you know, this is what I did for that day. And then that is like a clear acetate on that patterned acetate made into a pocket. And then we've got day number 23. I love this. Look how stinking cute this is. How cute is this little apron? So inside the apron, I've got this little tag book. And in this tag book, I have a photograph of me making some Rice Krispie treats, maybe. I've also got this Betty Crocker bit of a cutout from the cookie mix that I used, and then also just a photograph of the cookies that we made at the end. And then that just slips straight into that pocket, and it's just on a bit of acetate just to hold it into the album. Absolutely love this in my album. So that was day number 23. Day number 24, we always go to friends on Christmas Eve. And so we went there for a little while to go and have some food. We actually had KFC. KFC opened in our town, I think about a week before this. So we decided to celebrate KFC coming. And here's just a photograph of us in their house with them and the kids. And yeah, just another photo and little, this is my goddaughter, giving me the profiteroles, I think. So yeah, she's oh no, I've got all of this coming out. I am definitely gonna have to go back and just figure out where this confetti's the sequins are coming from and get that fixed. Then I've just got a bit of a filler page here where I've fussy cut out some of these little stockings, layered them up. I added a little Santa on too. On the back here, we've got December the 25th. So I printed this onto vellum, again in the Ali word art. This is really dark, but you can get the gist of it. I don't know who actually took this photo. James, potentially. But we've got Bella in the photo. Poor Bella. I don't know where Treacle is. Treacle's somewhere as well. They were still with us at this stage. Bella wasn't with us much longer after this, sadly, unfortunately. This talks about the morning routine. I actually wasn't very well on Christmas morning, and so we had to delay going over to my parents'. So yeah, we had to at that time, it was hit and miss. So this talked about the morning routine, about, you know, getting up and opening gifts to each other. And then the evening routine was always, you know, we go to my parents during the day, and then the evening we would come home and just chill out. And so here's some photographs from the morning, the dress that I wore. I bought James a bib because he always spills stuff down his clothes. Some Crocs and little Treacle and Bella, but she wasn't, we won't talk about those. Then we've got photos from during the day with going over to my parents and my nephew and my sister opening their presents, and my other nephew opening his, and then just one of our Christmas bedding that we put on. Day number 26 was at home. We call it Boxing Day here, and it's another holiday, recognised holiday here in the UK. And so we just had the fireplace on the TV and under a blanket with my like warm Crocs on. And then we had James's family, his two uncles and his aunt, come to visit for some picky food. And also we played a quiz by the looks of things with these cards. And then behind this little door, I've got my journaling. How cute is that? Then over on this side, again, another large photo. This one here was a Vicky Boutin piece of ephemera, and I just added on enamel dots to look like baubles. Love how that turned out. Then here, this is a digital page that I made, and this here I'm talking about presents of Christmas past. And I don't know what's happened here, but my photo paper seems to have gone yellow around the edges. I'm not really sure why, because I've never seen that happen before. Certainly if it's HP paper that I use, so I'm a little concerned about that. Nothing I can do about that now, but I got these little digital images and I found Dream Phone. Drop me a comment down below if you ever had Dream Phone growing up. I had that. Oh, I also did like some stickle work as well, getting some red glitter stickles. But these are all images from the internet. Then I've got 2 images here from Ali. And then I've got these little pockets from an Ali Edwards kit as well. And I just wrote on 4 of them to say pogo, lock, game and ties, and different stories from, you know, when I was growing up. Day number 28, I got James this exercise, this bike trainer thing, so he can go on his bike at home without needing to go out on the road, especially when it's cold in the winter. And so he's on it, trying it out for the first time, and I just snapped some photos. It's a bit like, I suppose it's a bit like Peloton, because you can use your iPad with it. But yeah, you put the back wheel in it, and it just means that you can ride your bike and you don't actually go anywhere. But yeah. Then we've got day number 29, and that was a cozy day at home with the hot chocolate bar and our new mugs. Jolly, and then James wanted the tree one. And also look at these stacking cute Santa mugs as well. Day number 30, I had this vision. I'm like, do you know what? We never have real mistletoe in the house, and I can never ever find it anywhere. And then I found a Christmas ornament that was just a hanging bit of mistletoe, and I was like, okay, I got it. And I was like, okay, let's do a photo. And honestly, the outtakes of this photo are just hilarious, because we just can't ever do anything seriously. So this was the best of a bad bunch, I think. Then I did this Christmas bingo, where I designed the bingo card, and I did all of these things where I'm like, well, I want to try and see the Coca-Cola truck advert. Oh, it's the first year I didn't see the Coca-Cola truck advert. I didn't see it last year either. Drive around and see Christmas lights, have a games night, bake some cookies. So I gave myself a little red star when I got a something filled. I did do a couple of lines, just a few things that we didn't manage to do. We didn't drive around and see Christmas lights because I was ill. Just couldn't guarantee have a games night. We couldn't guarantee how I was feeling. Then this one here is New Year's Eve, saying goodbye, saying hello. This was again another Ali one that I added on and then printed my photo. Here, so the friends that we saw on Christmas Eve, we had them over to us on New Year's Eve, and all with our matching Disney 100 jumpers. And yeah, so that was the end. We watched the fireworks on the TV, me and James in our Christmas bedding, just tucking ourselves up for the night. And then just the last one here, because I wanted to include it, was our Christmas pajamas. We got matching ones that said Christmas Crew. And the reason I wanted to add that photo in at the end is because actually the card that I got James for Christmas was also the same design as the Christmas jumper, so the Christmas pajamas. So I added a couple of cards in at the end there, ones that we sent to each other. So that is December Daily 2023 finished. All done. No journaling missing, nothing. I just need to fix where those sequins are falling out from. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed a look through 2023. I hope it's going to give you some ideas and some inspiration to get either your albums finished or to make a start on your December album for this year. And drop me any comments in that comment section down below. Let me know what your favourite thing out of this album is. Like I said, all those little plastic, the little acetate tags that I've got on the edge where it says gift, cozy. Just love all those textural elements. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know what your favourite element of this album is. Let me know if you are creating a December daily. Just because this is for a specific project, you can take these ideas and use them for any 6x8 mini album, or size them up, size them down. So there are so many things in here that will work for so many different projects. Do drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. As I said, drop me a comment down in that comment section down below, and hit the subscribe if you're new. If you want to see some more December daily content or just some more general crafty, scrappy content, then do hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all again in my next video, which hopefully will be very, very soon. See you all. Take care. Bye.